Experian Boost.
Welcome back, I'm Dan, and this is Full Value Dan. In today's episode, we are talking about the Experian Boost system, what it does, how it works, how much it costs, why I don't like Experian, several alternatives to the Experian Boost that will improve your credit fast. Now, if you're new to this channel is all about getting full value. Improve your credit score, get free money, take advantage of bank bonuses, getting the highest value possible for any time you spend money. And let's get started. Experian has created this new system where they can get access to your bank accounts, where they read the transactions of your accounts, they look for eligible categories, and they add your on-time payments to your credit report. Experian is a company, obviously. They have a market cap of $25 billion, while the whole credit card industry is worth trillions of dollars. Now, I'm trying to figure out why Experian is really pushing their
Experian Boost
system to improve your credit. Because, yeah, they made several commercials, and they spent a lot of money making them, and a lot of advertising, and I'm wondering why. Experian has John Cena money. If they're spending John Cena money to help improve people's credit, there's something in it for them.
Thank you for telling me about Experian.
This is all speculation. There's no actual data. I'm just a guy trying to figure out what's going on and how they're making their money. So I did a little research. Experian makes their money by selling your data to the credit card companies. Obviously, credit card companies have a lot of your data because anytime you make any transaction, they know where you're making that transaction and what you're making that transaction on. So with Experian, I think they want a little more control. Experian Boost works like this. You connect your bank account to Experian, and once your bank account is connected, they read your checking, saving, and credit card transaction history to look for eligible categories. So let's start with what qualifies for Experian Boost. Electric bills, water bills, phone bills, internet bills, Netflix, and TV, cable, satellite bills. Yeah, that's like 7. Now, for each of these eligible transactions, that adds 6 different payments to your payment history per month with a maximum timeline of 3 months. So a big part of your credit score is your payment history, and this will help pad your credit file. This won't move your credit score much. For most people, it moves it on average 13 points, and that's what they advertise. In many cases, it could move it 0 points, and in very rare cases, it can move it negatively. You can actually drop your credit score by using Experian Boost. Experian's Credit Boost works only while your accounts are connected. So if you disconnect your accounts from Experian Boost, then everything disappears. It's kind of like the same way an authorized user works with credit card piggyback. I'll get to that a little later. Stay till the end while I discuss 3 alternate ways to improve your credit score that are significantly better than Experian Boost. If you are a person with not much credit history, a very thin profile, maybe 1 or 0 credit cards, this can help your credit score a lot more than 13 points. If you're a person who has a score of over 700 and you've had like 10 different credit cards, it's not going to move much. And if you have a credit score over 750, don't bother even using Experian Boost. It probably won't help you at all. It might even be a rare negative situation. Your credit score is made up of several factors: payment history, credit utilization, age of credit, derogatory marks, total accounts, and hard inquiry. So there's 6 different factors. Payment history does have a high impact, and this helps a lot. But payment history, if you have 100%, which is pretty necessary, anything less than like 98% is going to critically damage your credit score. As a very important tip, always have autopay on for all your accounts for at least the minimum payment. This just helps ensure you never miss a credit card payment, because missing 1 credit card payment can severely drop your credit score. In the event you do miss a credit card payment, you can ask the bank for forgiveness. You just call them up. I forgot to pay my bill on time. I thought I had auto pay on, and ask them nicely if they cannot report it to the credit bureaus. This happened to me because I had an account I wasn't using. I got charged something and I wasn't really thinking about it, and I just forgot to pay. Like, I had the money to pay it. It was only like a $4.95 charge. It was a very small amount, and I forgot to pay my bill on time. Here's a very important tip. You can always call the bank to waive those fees. So I had two problems here to solve. I had a late payment and I had a fee. So I asked the bank for forgiveness, and that's what I got. So they waived the late fee payment, and they made sure not to report that late payment to the credit bureaus. If you're ever in this situation, it's always worth it to call the bank and ask. I found that the customer service representatives are more generous. So I've always had more luck talking on the phone rather than secure message. Now, if talking on the phone doesn't get you forgiveness, then I would move over to secure message and try my luck over there. Now, you have to create an Experian account on Experian.com, and when you create that account, every time you log in, Experian is going to try to upsell you to their Pro account, where you have to pay a monthly fee to be a Experian Pro member. Just so you know, Experian Boost is completely free. You don't have to pay Experian any money, and remember that. Do not give them any credit card information. You don't have to pay for anything. Once you have your account open with Experian, in the reports and score section in the top left, they're going to have a little thing that says Experian Boost. You go to that. Next up, you're going to have to connect Experian Boost to your bank account. You can connect almost any bank account to Experian, and then they're going to have read-only access to all of your transactions. Only connect your bank accounts where you're making eligible payments to those providers. Once you have your bank account set up, then it's going to read all the transactions in those bank accounts and then present you with several payment options for those qualified transactions. So you can choose which ones you want added to your Experian Boost account. I wanted to sign up to show you this example, but it was failing all the time. This is on July 29. It just wasn't working. I kept getting errors, so I don't have a visual example to show you, but I'm going to show you a clip.
You told me that only Experian Boost could raise my credit scores instantly. And it did.
And after connecting your accounts, you should see a boost to your credit score. Now remember, it's a boost, it's not permanent. The Experian Boost only lasts for the duration that you have your accounts connected to Experian. If you disconnect these accounts, your credit score just reverts to what it was without it. Long term, your credit score really won't improve from this because it's just adding up to 3 months of payment history for the eligible accounts, and that's not going to make a significant difference. Whereas if you have a credit card account open, that number keeps stacking up. Who is Experian Boost for? It's for people with a thin credit profile. I don't expect anyone with a credit score over 750 to bother using this, and I really think this is meant for people with a credit score under 700 to help them out. Now, is this better than having more credit cards, having an authorized user line, having a secured credit card? No. Experian Boost is more like Experian push. It's just a small push in the right direction. There's no guarantee it will boost your score, but it can help you just a little bit. What's the difference if your score is 15 points higher versus 0 points higher? Not much. If you're like right at the border of like 698 and need to get over to 700 for that higher category, that could help you out. I noticed a lot of credit cards, there's not a real difference. Even if you have a super high credit score, there's no guarantee you're going to be approved for a credit card, since that's based on many different factors. But a higher credit score does guarantee you a lower rate loan. That's where it's very helpful. So far, if this has been helpful, I'd appreciate it if you'd like this video. The 3 better alternatives to improving your credit than Experian Boost. The #1 way to really improve your credit is credit card piggybacking. Experian Boost even says on their website, credit card piggybacking can be dangerous. Don't do this. First off, credit card piggybacking is not illegal, and it can significantly improve your credit score overnight. But much like this Experian Boost, your credit score only jumps up while you're an authorized user on that credit card account. So while you are an authorized user, your credit score will jump up, and while your credit score is high, that's the time you apply for more credit cards, get approved for them, and then at that point, you don't need to be an authorized user anymore. You can have the credit cards you applied for, and that will help you build out your credit profile and history. The second way to improve your credit is secured credit cards. This is really just for people starting off their credit card journey. And let's say you can't get approved for a credit card, you start off with level 1 secured credit cards. If you've already been approved for credit cards and you have some credit cards, the next way to improve your score is to get more credit cards with no annual fee, so you can really build up your history quicker. You're going to want to apply for more credit cards because as you get more credit cards, you get a higher available limit. You can increase the amount of on-time payments by making more payments of even $0 to these other credit cards, and multiple banks trust you with money. So I highly advise getting a variety of no annual fee credit cards from multiple banks. This also helps you establish a banking relationship where you'd be more likely to be pre-approved for their credit cards. Other than a secured credit card and becoming an authorized user is Tomo Credit. Tomo Credit is a new system where they will give you your first credit card based on how much liquid cash you have. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be your first credit card. They do approve people for their charge card based on how much available cash they have. They do not run your credit, so you don't need any credit history to apply. Now that we've discussed that, I'm going to talk more about why I don't like Experian. Experian keeps upselling me every time I log into the website. That is very annoying. The second thing is freezing my credit with Experian is inconvenient. It took me a while to figure out how to freeze my credit for free with Experian. You have to click this tiny little button that doesn't look like a button. These practices are very deceptive, where they make you feel like you have to pay them money to get the services that they're supposed to provide for free. History lesson. On September 21, 2018, the United States passed a law stating all credit freezes and unfreezes should be provided for free by the big credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Now with Equifax and TransUnion, I don't have any problems freezing my credit. It's very quick and simple. But with Experian, they do the shady practice of trying to upsell you and mislead you into paying for your credit freeze and unfreeze. I don't know how many people they've taken advantage of, but just so you know, freezing your credit is free with all the credit bureaus. I think you should like this video and subscribe for more finance tips, life hacks, and how to get full value. And for those of you that clicked right towards the end of the video just to see the summary, here's a summary. Experian Credit Boost will boost your score slightly based on the on-time payments for their approved categories. On average, people have improved their credit score by 13 points, but this is for people with a thinner credit profile and more likely for people with a credit score under 700. If you have an established credit history for many years and multiple accounts and a credit score over 700, this might not help you very much. And that's the TLDV, too long, didn't view. I'm Dan, this has been Full Value Dan, and until next time, let's save some money. Is that a good sign off?